Hello and welcome to the GMS Magazine channel. In this video I have the Chivalry and Sorcery Bestiary that I've received a little while ago, but it was in the UK. Somebody had to bring it to me, then I had to open it, and now I can show it to you. This is something that came onto Kickstarter a little while ago and I backed it. Yes, in this particular instance, this is not a review copy of this book. So, I can legitimately say and ask and wonder, has this been worth the amount of money that I had to back to get my hands on it? Welcome to the GMS Magazine RPG review videos. In this particular case, I didn't get one book. I got two books because that's what I backed. And also, I got them in this absolutely beautiful slipcase, which you can see it contains two books and a gap. The gap handily comes filled up with some bubble wrap, which is very good because you can either use it as a bag, which is what they have sent to do all sorts of things like puppet or I could no all day doing that, not a good idea. Or you can use it for what it is intended, and I am going to try it for the first time on camera in front of you, which is to put this book inside. Now, of course, not three books, just two. Now, in this particular case, because that's what I backed, I get the standard edition and the super cool looking, very shiny because it's still wrapped in plastic edition, which I'm going to open in just a minute. Now, let's go for the test. Are the two books going to fit inside? The big one and the smaller one. They should. Dun, dun, dun. And yes, they fit inside with a little bit of space. Now there's a little problem with this. Super picky, and is that one is shiny and the other one is not. Line development, my friends. Art direction, my friends. Production consistency, my friends. Of course, this is because this slipcase is made in reality to hold the deluxe edition of Chivalry and Sorcery, which I don't have, and this one, and this one that I do have. So I'm going to treasure this so much. I'm going to love it forever. So the slipcase is very good. It's very, very thick, and I reckon that this is going to outlive me, which would be very nice, unless it gets wet, because at the end of the day it's made of cardboard. So let's hope it doesn't. I'm not going to review this because I've already spoken about this mega tome, but I have read most of it, so I can actually tell you exactly what's inside. Now, even though this is not a review copy, I know Graham very well indeed, Graham Davies, who's one of the writers, and I love him to bits and pieces, so and I like his work a lot. So, that's my little disclaimer to you. What is this book actually like? I do like the cover. The cover is by Jason Juta, also a friend of mine, who is a very skilled and very, very competent artist and person, and it really does it very nicely. It's, some of the monsters inside. Now, this bestiary is all about folklore creatures from Europe. And they come from Ireland, from the United Kingdom, from France, some Germany, so on and so forth, but they are from Europe. So I'm not expecting, and in fact I didn't get a huge amount of originality, but I did get some creatures that I did not expect at all. It comes with this, which is a bookmark, and I love that. That is a very, very nice little touch. Full color. Now I have to say, I found the paper to be a little bit on the thin side. It's thinner than usual. It just feels thin. The printing is lovely and the color is very vibrant, but the paper itself feels a little bit thin. That's it. The layout is the standard layout that they've been using in all the books, and with they I mean Britannia Games, 2 columns, and they have kept the art direction as consistent as possible using just 2 artists for the interiors. However, I have to actually tell you that the styles are very, very different from each other, and we get some more naive, less kind of detail-orientated illustrations compared with some way more illustrated, way more sophisticated in looks and technique illustrations. Whether you like them or not, that's a different matter altogether, and that's your taste. But from the art direction point of view, although the separation between the two of you is a bit much for me, but at least they keep the consistency throughout the book. Every creature is going to have the name, the description, if there are any variants, they're going to have them there either also, and some handy tables explaining what their stats are going to be, spells that they can cast, so on and so forth. There is also, and I don't know if this is because there might be slightly less information about them or simply because they just didn't write anymore, but there is a mismatch between some of the content written for some of the creatures and some of the content written for some others. So, and yet there is a massive amount of table information for every single creature. Now I have read all the way down to, I've read the Root, I've read the Merfolk, I've read the by the way, this is, so far, this is my favorite illustration. Absolutely love the Nightmare illustration. Is amazing. I just love it so much. And just so you want, this is like having, this is what my dog does to me every single night. That's like having my dog on me every night. It doesn't give me nightmares, but it wakes me up all the time. So, am I glad I packed this? Because I don't want to go on and on and on and on and on and on about it. I could, but I'm not going to. And the answer is yes. Firstly, because, you know, being an European, it does have this very European feel to it, which is very, very familiar to me. There's absolutely nothing particularly new or different, but I like it. It's familiar, it's safe territory for me. And to be honest, there are other creatures that we wouldn't think about them that generally, you know, that readily we may go into a more fantasy, more creative kind of bestiary. But this does a very good job of bringing back some of the creatures that may have been completely forgotten by, you know, pretty much anyone. I love that every one of these creatures is also illustrated, regardless of the style, but every single one of them has a very clear illustration as to what they're meant to have. So at least you can describe them visually very, very easily. There's one thing missing, just one thing missing, and it is a pronunciation guide for some of the Gaelic and Old English kind of creatures, because I would have no idea how to pronounce Cleister. I don't know how to pronounce it. I've no clue. So that's the only thing. But other than that, this is, I mean, if you like Chivalry and Sorcery, you have to get this. I don't make the rules, you just have to get this because it's excellent. The writing is very, very good, but then I wouldn't be expecting anything else from Graham Davis and Mr. Cowley. So this is good. It reads very quickly. I mean it. For me to say that, please trust me, because I am not a quick reader. So Do I think, am I glad I backed this? Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely yes. This is lovely to look at, this is very lovely to read, and it comes with a ton of creatures that you will be able to use both for Chivalry and Sorcery, and if you want to translate into something else, also perfectly available. So, well done. I like, by the way, something that I've criticized in the past from Britannia Games, and is that they used to blend images and text, and in this particular case they have put some framing and some rectangle underneath to make sure that that doesn't happen that often. But seriously, I appreciate that because it makes reading it way easier. Way easier. So, I hope that you enjoy this. If you have already got it, please let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But until the next time, thank you so much for being there, and I will talk to you very soon. Take care.